Hello, I'm Martin Fencka and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Civilization 5 as Arabia. So we are doing our one city challenge, and in this episode we can finally start working on our tourism properly because we have access to archaeology. Currently we have 3 archaeologists working, but I'll try to always build a new one as soon as like one of these 3 is done. I'll try to build a replacement as soon as possible. That's what I'm trying to say. Other than that, I don't think there are any changes. We'll just keep doing what we are doing so far. It worked, so there is no reason to change anything. Let me just quickly check here. What do we still need? Be nice to get 2 more scientists. I wouldn't mind to fill this, maybe even this. We have 1 more tile that we want to work, okay. And we could use some more money. For wonders, we don't need anything right now. I may just get the cathedral at some point just because it's a wonder and it gives us the stack for our unique ability. Speaking about our unique ability, how are we doing? 67? We are definitely behind compared to what I expected. I thought that by the end of this game we would be around 200, but it almost looks like will barely be able to get over 100. It's still a pretty decent bonus though. Okay, let's end the turn. How does it look like with our golden age? Don't have to worry about that. We get a new golden age right after this one ends. Proposal, yeah, you like that. And we are all happy. That's important. There is another war going on now. That's good. This will just keep Babylon busy, so they won't be thinking about declaring on us. That's really the only thing I'm worried about, that Babylon would declare on me. And let's check our tax. 47 compared to his 45. Good. 42. Yep, good. Golden Age points. They're plotting against me, but that's another big surprise. He's probably plotting against like every single save on the map. Trading, that's important. And can we get upgrades? No, not yet. But we can get another unit. No, we can't. We don't even have money for that. Oh, one more thing. I want to get some great people. Question is what though? Maybe I'll just wait and get a scientist or 2 to speed things up a bit. You don't really need an engineer. Engineer could be an option in case we need to rush a wonder or 2, but right now there is really nothing to do, so we just keep saving fate for now, I suppose. Okay, next. Also have to make sure that we have the next tag and social policy lined up, because the next social policy gives us free tag, and I don't want to end up taking rifling as a free tag when we can get electricity. So let's make sure that works fine. So far it's perfect. Okay, that's gonna be another artifact. And some artist points. Very nice. We'll finish the zoo in 1 turn. Actually, do we really need the zoo first? No, don't think so. Let's get the archaeologist first. We really want to prioritize them as much as possible. And let's make sure I don't forget that the musket man. Good. Next. Try to play a bit faster in this episode. Don't think there is like too much we have to focus on at this point. Make sure we don't miss potential aggression from someone. We have, Indonesia, Polynesia in industrial era, good for them. Yeah, start working on that mine. Guys, we'll move away from the coast. And 7-7, that's still fine, keep going. What is this? Oh, that's the research agreement. Okay. Merchant, that's good. We could use some extra money. Send the merchant our city-state here. What did we get? For the merchant points and more merchant points, okay. And the writer will just sit in the city for a while. I'll use him to get the culture bomb. From now on, I'll be using writers only for the flood culture, because tourism should be fine. When you look on our influence, we don't really have to worry too much about that. We'll still get some artifacts, so that will boost our tourism. We could use musicians if we really had to, but I think we can easily take over without any help at this point. So we want to keep getting golden ages from artists. We want to keep getting the culture from writers. That's probably the most important deal right now. We have to get the culture as soon as possible, because that is our win condition. Remember, we have to get 10 tenants, and that's 10 plus, actually 1, 2, 6, 9 tenants and 2 more social policies. That's a lot of culture that we still need. So anywhere we can get free culture, we should get it. But in this case, we'll just wait, because we first need to line up the tag with the social policy, of course. Is there an artifact nearby that we could dig up? There is an artifact here in Yerevan. Okay, go. Let's get that zoo. Tabulary. Somehow we managed to catch up production wise. Around the golden age, 11 out of 13. I really want to make sure that we get another golden age right away, that there isn't even a single turn when we are not in golden age, because that would be a serious hit to our culture. It's quite a few wars. Cargo ship. Up. Go back. And next. We'll even get the industrialization 1 turn ahead, it seems. That's fine. It's better than if it was the other way around. That would be pretty bad. Just thinking, if I get like an instant culture boost from this, but it shouldn't be anything serious. Yeah, that should be fine. Worst case scenario, it would line up these two. What do we get? We should have upgrades available. Actually, wait, we already have Kerasiris. What am I talking about? Where is the upgrade for our basketman? It's here, 6 stacks away. Maybe I should have kept that that merchant and use it as a reset for Wheel of the King Day. I'm not sure what we had as the requirements this time. Well, whatever, let's just forget about it. I already popped him, so there's no point in thinking about what could have been. There's the industrialization. Somehow we got it one turn earlier. And can invest that one turn into rifling before we get the free tag, then I'll switch back. Constabulary is finished. We have to wait until we get coal before we can get factory. Sure, I want the cathedral. This is like a medieval era wonder, right? And we receive a free order. What do we get from order, by the way? Production? No, it's faith. A new kill unit, okay. City hit points, that could be irrelevant. And city strength. This is distress, boost pressure. I mean, what the heck, why not? We have the money. Oh, it probably wasn't worth it, one turn for 770 gold. That's quite expensive. And actually, wait. Let's change this back. Penicillin. Maybe not ecology. Maybe dynamite, military science. Actually, wait, no. Let's do this again. Military science, and then all the way to ecology. Because I want to get my Brandenburg Gate. Might not be available by the time I get to it, but we'll see. You can, worst case scenario, change those tags. Now, can pop this guy. Get that free electricity. Hello? I said get that free electricity. Do I have to move a unit? Oh, wait. First, social policy. So that's bonuses during Wheel of the King Day, happiness from universities, and free tech. Skipping steps here. Now the electricity. And we can build Empire State Building. You are industrial era, and this is a modern era tech, so we don't have to worry about Empire State Building. I'll just this gives us a stock exchange, right? So we don't have to worry about that. Let's pay for it so that we don't have that much money in the treasury. Oh, hey, we have aluminum. So we have horses, we have coal, we have aluminum. Yeah, just missing iron. That's not bad. Now, we really don't need it. Usually when I do need these resources, I control like half of the map and don't have a single copy. And here there's basically everything on a tiny island. So once again, 1, 2, 3. Next. Fountain of Youth. Maybe we had some quest to find natural wonders. Can get another trade route. Didn't notice that, so let's buy a cargo ship right now. There's a scientist that will give us plastics a little bit earlier. And what did we get? Musician points. I really care about musician points. We still can get great works from them, but this one will be placed in the third room, and that's usually like the last place where the game places those great works. So I think the next musician will just be, or we won't have room for the next great work of music. Oh well, this one is fine. On here we want to get the science down to 8 turns, not too bad. Golden Age, we should be there. Yep, good. Just have to save the next artist, make sure we have the artist ready for the next Golden Age. There's one more thing. Cargo ship. No, I could just build it in one turn, but we want to get those wonders up. And remember, we also want to make sure that we always have those archaeologists, and they take 3 turns to build. So they train one archaeologist takes the same amount of time as it takes to build a cathedral. They are pretty difficult to train. You know, we can finally lock this, but is it gonna make any difference? 1 turn on the Empire State Building. Is it worth it? Nine turns. Grow still 9 turns to grow. And what's the difference on the next scientist? 46. 53. Okay, fine. This is the best option. What does it look like with our tourism? I'll actually send this to Morocco. 26, that's probably the best one. Yep. And I'm thinking about buying that great engineer. We'll get Cristo Redentor in 6 turns that we want to build. Let's do it. Speed things up. Next. Nope. Not voting for world religion. On. There we go, there's the cathedral. And an artist, and the Golden Age for what, 26 turns? Now, we rush the Empire State Building, get that stock exchange, and the free great person, which is gonna be a writer. Now we get a great diplomat. It's 26 there. We have 2,700 points. And we get like 13,000 points in 26 turns. We probably can, but I'm not like 100% certain. We get another artist in 50 turn. So we really want to use this artist for Golden Age. Let's swap and optimize. Then we optimize again. 77, 78. Interesting. No, it didn't change. No, it did change. Let's see. How much can we get out of this? 18 turns. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a lot more than 18 turns. I think I'll pop him right away. To 57. In 57 turns, I'm pretty sure we'll get enough points to start another Golden Age then. And did we get a free land unit somehow? Probably from a city-state. Yeah, let's get barrage and cover, because why not? Let's try have embassy here. Let's try our luck on this side. Diplomat, diplomat. Will be diplomat every time. Yeah. Great person recognized. Golden Age points. Look at all those diplomat points. We just get 8 historic events in 1 turn. Wow, that's pretty good. Golden Age, losing grasp, whatever. There was that free unit from Hanoi. Did we have Empire State Building? Now we don't have anything to do. Don't care about coal refinery, even though it actually is 15% production. Increases poverty. How we doing? Happiness wise. I know that I'll get the coal from the tile. Nah, we don't need the refinery. I'll just get some extra culture for now. Wait, and why is that great diplomat not moving? Good. Here. Go. You have 2 great diplomats. Well, that's the reason. Fine. Let's try to use this one somewhere else. What about right here? I can't believe that we had a city-state this close and we still didn't get an embassy there. Here we get that culture. I hope we don't lose that excess culture that we just got. This gives us free thought. I think I popped engineer scientist like 4 turns ago. I could have waited, but I didn't expect that we would get the social policies so quickly. This allows us to get the scientists, increases the growth rate. How long do we need before we can get the scientists? 6 more turns, okay. Go. And now we should get our first tenet. How's the worker doing? Why does or why is it taking so long to just get 1 mine? What are you doing there? Still 2 turns. Come on, dude. You have some aluminum to dig up. Culture victory, yeah. That is wrong. We are still quite far away from culture victory. Ideology. I think this time it will be freedom. Definitely better for what we are trying to do here than order. And autocracy is just bad. So, freedom. Where do we start? Probably with the great people. Really isn't that much we care about. Yeah. Maybe civil society. creative expression, but really not that important anymore. Just need to get those tenets to win. That's it. But this one is still good. Let's get that, and now we need what? 2, 6, 8, 9. So yeah, I was right. 11. That's oh, we needed 11 when this episode started, so now we still need 8. 45. And go south. One more turn. Or plastics. You are done. Great. What do we get? Let's get Yerevan artifact. Maybe I should have switched to engineer. Well, that was a mistake. I mean engineer. Archaeologist. I'm again pretty tired today, so I'm like forgetting words. That's right. Of the culture. Statue of Liberty. Production from specialist free social policy. The free social policy part sounds pretty good. The Crystal Redentor doesn't give us that much. Don't really need it tourism and boost to one hotel. Also not that amazing. Pay for the statue, then we get the national. So let's get the National Finance Center first. It's one turn. Oh, the cargo ship. Let's check the tourism. Yeah, look at that. In a few turns, we will have the dominance over everyone. We have to get those social policies now. That's still gonna take a pretty long time, so it's not like we have already won. Go. Oh. Okay, actually. Do I even care about more artifacts? I mean, they give culture, so that's nice. And I'd be taking them away from others. Okay. Let's get... I would have to get 3, and I don't want to delay the Statue of Liberty that much. Get 1. Then we go for Cristo Redentor, and then another one. And meanwhile, I'll try to get an engineer somehow to speed things up a bit. Lost quite a few trades. Listen, buddy. That's a lot of money. Fine, go away. I'm not paying that much. That was like 15 gold per turn per resource. I could sell some coal. How much coal do I need? 3 coal is more than enough. I want to sell the coal to you though. What do you use it for? No, I don't want to sell to her. I think I want to sell to... Yeah, we can have open... Oh, impossible? Why are you suggesting it when it's impossible? I want to sell the coal to Morocco. Or maybe to Polynesia. Affected. There is another embassy. Let's start working on the aluminum. Our agent got promoted. Good job. Open borders ended. Get them again. Somehow. Interesting that he doesn't mind open borders and that Indonesia does. Willing to pay that much. Let's try to find someone else who will pay more. It's fine. And Marco. Let's try. No. But still, I'll sell it here. Maybe he'll be able to use it somehow against Babylon, like get more ironclads or something like that. Yeah, so here we have some more votes for the World Congress. Seriously? So, wasn't it impossible the previous turn? How many points do we still have? 21. Who's there? What's that? Oh, it's some espionage. No, I don't care. Can I get the scientist? One more turn. Just checking if there is something I want more. If I want maybe an engineer more than the scientist. Is there anything that we want to rush? Probably the military science to make sure we get the Brandon Brigade, but at the same time, rushing Brandon Brigade. Is it really something we want to do when we have two wonders already lined up? I'd have to give up Cristo Redentor. Probably don't care about that. We don't need the tourism anymore. Cristo Redentor is not that good for us. Okay, fine. Let's get that scientist next turn. Sure. Oh, no. Didn't we get Yerevan artifact here? Oh, I'll take Byzantine. Interesting. If I just keep clicking, is it gonna keep growing? Oh, 318. Citrus. Are you still interested? Yep. And that's gonna be 12. That was a decent trade. Was this still the same turn? I thought I was already in a new turn and can buy the scientist. Okay, I would like to avoid the digging artifacts inside the territory of other saves. I don't want to make them mad at me, or at least as long as there are artifacts like in the city-state territory, I will prioritize that. Our victory doesn't depend on those artifacts anymore, so let's make sure we don't get negative modifiers. Now we get that scientist. I'm thinking if I want to do it. I probably do. We'll get into new era faster this way. There goes Neuschwanstein. Surprisingly, it's not Babylon who get it. I can see potential problem with Congo because it's a Polynesian ally, and there is a chance that Babylon takes the city-state, and then we would have a problem. Actually, worst case scenario, I just position my units around the city-state, or around the city itself, make sure that land units can't get to the city, and Babylon is not taking a city with this many hit points from just one tile. Nah, we are fine. Okay, next. No, not giving you open borders. Don't need it anymore. There's penicillin, atomic era, and the new spy. Where do we send him? Hong Kong? Check city states, culture. That's what we are after. Only one cultured city state. The hostile one. We would need 300 influence. But why is it not popping up? Yeah, this will be easier. Oh, that's this one. 297 influence to surpass Morocco. That's not gonna happen. But we could still at least get friendly. Fine. That. Good. Is there anything else? Not Indonesian spy. Artist points. Next. I'd like to finish the Statue of Liberty in this episode at least. And yeah, I forgive you. We have too many units again. Let's just get rid of our caravel if I can find it somewhere. At this point, I don't think we have to explore anymore. It's possible that there is like one or two more city-states somewhere, but doesn't matter anymore. The units, where is that? Here. Farewell. Cancel. Next turn we get rid of it. Choose host. Fine. Try to become host. Two level 3 agents, not bad. Arabia becomes host, good. So who voted for us? Babylon? That's it. But that was more than enough, of course. Everyone has a new ally. Who is that? Polynesia. Now we have normal conference. Sanction Babylon. No. Culture Heritage Site. Nope. At this point, it probably doesn't matter if they successfully sanction Babylon, but then he sees I'm voting in his favor, will hopefully make him happy, and we won't ever fight him. Somehow, I really expected to just keep fighting him constantly. Failed. Actually, quite a few people voted against. They didn't have to worry about this too much. And no one cares about the heritage sites. Let's keep suggesting it. There's another social policy. Museum, broadcast, towers, operas, amphitheaters, golden age points, and culture. One option or the civil society. This will probably like reduce the growth time by a turn or something. It doesn't really matter that much. Let's get a little bit of extra culture. That also doesn't matter, but it gives us a lot of tourism from great works. Make sure we don't lose the like tourism dominance. What the hell? This is interesting. If I keep hitting it, it's getting worse. Okay, 320, that's maximum we can get probably. And somehow we have 6,000 gold. What am I supposed to do with that? Next. Indonesia is now a vassal of Babylon. Okay.
It is well.
Another social policy. Maybe now we get something relevant. These specialist initiative generate happiness instead of unhappiness. A little bit of extra happiness wouldn't be bad because that means boost to all yields, but not a huge difference. Combat strength of cities increased by 33%. I don't really care. Golden Age begins, lasts 50% longer. Cities produce +1 happiness. So it's basically just guaranteed Golden Age until the end of the game, but at this point, that doesn't really matter. Let Margaret Peace improvements produce +5 of the appropriate yield. But none of the great people improvement provide culture, so I don't care. Influence with all citizens when you expand a great people. Okay, that could be interesting. Free hospital, 50%, 50%, 50 culture when a citizen is born in any city skills era. That's not that much with just one city. Franchises. Up here in a foreign city, global franchise maximum increased by 20%. I may go for Arsenal of Democracy. 10 influence isn't that much, but it will guarantee at least that we are friendly with every single city-state on the map. And with the amount of great people that we are getting, this should give us a few alliances even. I don't think there is anything else really relevant. So, yeah, let's get that. Why not? Build another spy. Writer points, that's good. I want as many writer points as possible. We even get writer in 4 turns, so it will speed up the next social policy, or social policy tenet. But you can see that even though we managed to get quite a few social policies and tenets in this episode, now when we can't get those free social policies and instant culture boosts, 24 turns is quite a long time for one social policy or tenet, and we still need 5, so we are easily looking at 50 more turns before we can get our victory. Because of course we will be getting a writer or 2, so that will reduce the time. But actually 50 turns, more like 70 turns. Unless we find some free social policies somewhere. Isn't there a free social policy from Sydney Opera House? Yeah. This might actually be the last social policy that we need. We get for free from the Sydney Opera House. There are broadcast stars along the way that give some extra culture, but nothing huge. Checking if there is something else. This gives 25% of the culture from others is transformed into tourism that we don't need. Yeah, there is nothing that would really increase our culture income along the way, so this could still take a while. Pretty great musician. Broadway. Actually, we can't get Broadway. That requires industry. Yep, there's no way how we could get some bonus culture. This game will take some time still. But this episode is over. So I hope that you liked it. I hope that you're gonna join me for the next one again. And until then, have a good time. Bye bye.